What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. Today I'm going to bring something back that I did last year, and this is 10 tips that every MLB The Show player needs to know. Now this one in specific, I'm talking more about the Diamond Dynasty stuff, and in probably a week or so I'll do one gameplay oriented. This video is going to be great if you are new to the game or if you are a seasoned vet. There's going to be something new and something vital that you are going to need to know within this video, 10 tips. But before we get into this one, make sure to leave a like down below. It really does help out the channel a bunch. Subscribe if you guys have not yet. You have been so supportive so far, and really keep that up, guys. Thank you guys so much. Be aware for all the content by hitting the sub button and the notification bell. But with that being said, let's get right into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is something that you might not have realized yet has happened, and what I would recommend. At the launch of this game, you were not able to do anything with duplicate non-sellable cards. A lot of the time you would get them through team affinity packs, for example. This was a whole dilemma for me because I would collect the Orioles team, then I would get this 2 silver and 2 bronze live series Orioles pack. I already have the whole team. What am I supposed to do with it? So I end up having like sometimes 2 or 3 of the same card. All of them, I can't do anything with them. You can't quick sell or whatever. Until now, you are now able to quick sell duplicate cards. You cannot quick sell it if it is just one. For example, if I just have this card, I'm not able to quick sell, but if it is a duplicate, then I am able to do that. But I would not recommend to quick sell it at all. If you have these, make sure to put them in team affinities. And the reason why I'm about to show you right here, we're going to take the Royals, for example. These exchanges, the team affinities have such good cards. Not the Royals, but other teams have really good cards. Take this Jake Odorizzi, for example. This 78 overall, who goes for nearly 4,000 exchange points. If we were to look up what he goes on the market right now, it's a pretty good price, especially compared to the 100 stubs you get for quick selling. Jake Odorizzi in particular goes for 540 stubs. That's 440 stubs worth of value off one card that I'm just losing out on. So make sure exchange them in team affinities, or if you would like to, put them in exchange gold packs. This one is going to be talking about Conquest. Specifically, this only works for the US map. This is not going to work for the inning programs. I definitely recommend that you do. Conquest has an 84 Frank Thomas, who I think is a very good card. I really like him off my bench. And then good XP in here as well. To get the Willie Mays and to get this done, you don't have to do the Steel Fans. To get the 10-pack bundle and the Frank Thomas and the Willie Mays Diamond, there's the Steel Fans mission. You do not have to do this whatsoever. You're going to get all that stuff even without it. And stealing 30 million fans, I was playing them on All-Star, 3 million fans per game. That's 10 extra games that I played that I didn't really have to. So if you're going to go after this Conquest, don't play those extra games. You're still going to get a lot of XP. You're still going to get the 10-pack bundle and the Diamond Frank Thomas, or the Diamond Willie Mays and Gold Frank Thomas. This year, with the pitcher energy being introduced, it is more wide open than ever when you are playing a game. Nobody is really a starting pitcher and nobody is really a relief pitcher anymore, and I'm going to show you guys that right here, because now that you can pick your pitcher, you can have an opener if you want. So if you take, for example, the Charlie Morton, the 76 stamina Charlie Morton, you can have him as a starter if you want, and I'm going to do that to open up this game. And you can also bring in starting pitchers as relievers. Remember as well, very important, there is the 3 batter minimum this year, so you do have to pitch to 3 batters before you can move on to your next pitcher. So just keep that in mind if somebody has a righty, lefty, righty in their lineup. Is it really worth it to try to get out that those 2 righties if you're going to have to go up against Joey Gallo with a right-hander? As you can see, we pitched to 3 batters, go to the bullpen, and all you have to do is hit R1, and you're able to bring in any of your starting pitchers. So you can have a 99 Corey Kluber out of your bullpen with, you know, all of his stamina that he does come equipped with, 109 or whatever it is. So that opens up so many different possibilities of how you can strategize your team. I would strongly recommend this actually, because what I've been doing in Diamond Dynasty is when I'm playing ranked seasons games, all my 3 pitchers that I just used in those last 3 games are pretty much, they've already recouped their energy by the time I play that 4th game. So you're really missing out on these 2 other starters. So use them as phenomenal long relievers. Showdown, so vital, has so many great rewards, but it can be very tough. I'm going to show you how to make things easier on you, especially once it comes down to the end, where they're going to look at the first inning showdown. For example, you're only going to face right-handers. Duke Snider is only good against right-handers, so there's no point in picking Todd Helton because Duke is better against the only people you're going to face. You only need 1 reliever and 1 starter for any of the moments you're going to have within here. That's all it's going to ever make you pitch with, so there is no point in picking multiple. Make sure it stack your lineup. Power is king. You play on relatively low difficulties. Even the final showdown, I believe, is only on veteran difficulty, so make sure pick a bunch of great offensive guys. As I mentioned, it's important, make sure you would get at least 1 silver starter and 1 silver reliever. For the first inning, for example, I think the drafts are not quite as good once you go into the divisionals. So just make sure that you do that. The perks you're going to want are the ones hitting wise, because when it comes down to the tough ones, the ones that'll make you lose, they're always going to be hitting oriented. They're always going to be offense. So something like Inner Peace is really going to help you out. And then we'll go with Jumpstart. Depends on how you go through things, but nonetheless, once you end up in either the final showdown or the mini bosses, make sure and take all the extra hitters that you put into your lineup and put them in spots they don't even play. Let's say, for example, Grandal was on my bench. I will put him out in shortstop because you're not going to play the field. You just want to stack your lineup as much as possible. It doesn't matter on defense. You're only going to hit. Inning programs are back and better than ever. It's going to work very similar to how it did last year. There's tons of great ways to earn program stars within the game, whether it be the daily missions, the Curtis Granderson player program, as well as the new Kerry Wood that is going to be coming out tomorrow, or the first inning conquest, the first inning showdown, so on and so forth. But you earn stars from anywhere you play the game. You're going to earn 2 program stars for a 9-inning ranked seasons game, 1 for a battle royale or event game, and you're going to earn it offline as well. I was playing Road to the Show the other day, believe it or not, and I still earn program stars, whether it be March to October, franchise, Road to the Show, play now, retro mode. Just by playing the game, it doesn't matter if it's in Diamond Dynasty or away from Diamond Dynasty, you're going to earn program stars. You may not know this, but you are sitting on a gold mine. Go into your collections. There are so many good ones that have great stub rewards. If you have 1 diamond player, that's 1,000 stubs you're going to get on top of it. If you have 30 gold players, which as you start collecting collections, you're going to get that done. For 1 flashback or legend, that is 1,000 free stubs just sitting there. The big one in this case is going to be the creative player ones. For bronzes, you have to collect 10, and you're going to get 900 stubs for collecting 10 bronze cards. And that works the same for every position, bronzes, silvers, and golds. That's tons of stubs that are just waiting to be redeemed. For equipment, if you have a bunch of that you want to lock in, 5 of those gets you 200 stubs, as well as XP. You probably already have about 10 players per team collected. That's another 200 stubs additionally that you just probably haven't completed yet. The starter collections are great as well. For literally having these 2 cards, which you get for free, this is free stubs. Make sure to go in and collect all of these. XP reward path is very important this year again. At level 10, you're going to get this evolution pack, which has not great cards. There's silvers and 1 bronze, but you can morph these into diamond players, and that is the first thing I would recommend that you do in Diamond Dynasty. I took this silver Eddie Matthews, and what you're going to do is go into the player program with him, go into the Eddie Matthews, and you're going to have a few moments that aren't really that difficult. I got his whole thing done in under an hour hour. You have a couple moments that you have to play, and then you move on to stage 2, where you can have a bit of a choice. 3 more moments, I think 1 or 2 of them are multi-game. Do exchange and first base cards. All you really have to do is a couple low bronzes, which is going to cost you less than 2,000 stubs, and boom, you have a free 92 overall card. Day 1. With the season being suspended, we're not going to have Inside Edge, which kind of blows, as well as roster updates, which is going to hurt the live series usability, but they still do have perks and quirks that are really going to help them out. The ones that affect gameplay are only on live series players, and that is going to be, for my Trout, for example, once you move on from Pressure Cooker, Home Buddy, and on, these are all going to affect gameplay, and the most important one of all is going to be found within pitchers, and that is the Outlier quirk. It's found on, I believe, about 12 pitches right now. Noah Syndergaard, for example, has it, and it's going to boost the velocity of your primary pitch. This Nate Pearson is going to throw 102 miles per hour regularly. The majority of his four-seamers are going to be 102 miles per hour, and on higher difficulties and even lower difficulties, because it's not as good players, it is going to melt right through them. This puts so much more value on these starting pitchers than ever. Even a bronze card here like Emmanuel Clase is going to throw a cutter at about 99 miles per hour on top of 101 mile an hour four-seamer. It is just crazy. Definitely check it out. Still seeing a lot of people confused about why it says Jimmy Rollins is a diamond defender when in game he only has a gold shield under him. That is because on his card it formulates his arm strength, accuracy, and reaction, but in the game it only looks at fielding, which is at an 85. In order to get diamond, you have to be a 90 or above. Gold is 80 to 90 or 80 to 89. Silver is 70 to 79. Bronze is 60 to 69, and common is anything below 60. And that is going to create thresholds, which you are going to get better animations for. So always keep in mind the defense diamond rating, or whatever shield it is on the card. It's all based on the fielding rating, which that's going to correlate to your shield in the game. And finally, one last tip, which is kind of fun in my opinion. Do you want to have the best creative player possible that has all equipment, even if it's stuff you don't want to have on your player, such as an elbow guard, or maybe you don't want a wrist guard on there? Well, you don't have to have these on your creative player. For example, I don't like to have batting gloves, but you can see it is still equipped. So all you have to do is, I will just deselect this, put it back on. You see he's wearing a batting glove. Go into create and edit your player, move to equipment, take these off, upload changes, and then as soon as you go back to equipment, you're going to see he's not wearing any batting gloves, but you still get that 3 contact, 4 power, or whatever boost is on that equipment. So it's kind of cool. If you don't like having your creative player looking like Mr. Accessories, you don't have to have him look like that, and you can still reap the rewards. But that's going to do it for this video. 10 tips that you guys need to know. Every Diamond Dynasty player, this is going to help out a ton. I'm sure this is especially helpful for the novice players, and I know there's even some tips that the more seasoned vets probably didn't know as well. As I mentioned, I'll have a gameplay tips and trick video in about a week or so going over gameplay aspects. If there's anything I missed or any cool tips or fun facts you know about the game, leave them down below in the comment section. And if you all enjoyed this one, make sure leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi. Yeet.